What's up, guys? Big Papa Drock back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are doing well. I am recording this video on a reset night, aka Sunday night here in America. So I'm excited to let you know that because we're going to be doing a Calamitus showcase. And since it's reset night, that means the defenses are going to be intense. So I'm really curious to see how this guy does, because if you don't know who the Calamitus is, it is one of the mythicals that was introduced a little while ago. This dude right here, he looks incredibly sick. Such a cool looking champion, but unfortunately, his reviews are really quite bad. And so what we're gonna do today is put some sick gear on him, test him out, see how he does in arena, but also we're gonna see how he does in Hydra. So that's right, I'm going to do a Hydra test of Calamitus, and I'm gonna use him against my Toshiro to get an idea of if he actually has a place in the game. Because again, those reviews are crazy bad, even for Hydra, which is really shocking, because when you read his kit, it's not like incredible, but it doesn't seem like it would be that bad. So anyway, let's get into it. Let's see how we've built this dude and see what he can do. Hopefully he's not as bad as they say, but you never know. So, all right, here's my Calamitus build. Let's go through his skills. First and foremost, on the first form, we've got Reap and Cull. Attacks an enemy 2 times. Each hit restores this champion's destroyed max HP equal to the damage inflicted. Each hit also heals this champion by 30% of the damage inflicted, and it grants an extra turn if this attack kills an enemy. All right, doesn't sound bad. Always nice to have an extra turn if you kill someone with an A1, and also great to have some healing. So that's not bad at all. Let's take a look at the A2. Horde of Calamity attacks one enemy 4 times. Each hit will ignore 10% of the target's defense. First hit places block buffs. Second hit places decreased defense. Third hit places a weaken. Fourth hit places a decreased speed. Wow, a lot of different things going on there in terms of, like, you know, it being a 4-hitter, which is great. Love multi-hits if it's a single target, so you can get around stuff like UDK. However, for arena nowadays, like, you know, debuffs are always risky, especially on your damage dealers, because they very well might get polymorphed. I've built him with almost no accuracy, so I'm really hoping he doesn't get polymorphed, which is kind of tough. But the other thing too is that if you're building with a ton of accuracy, you're also compromising damage, so it's really always a tough thing to do. But curious to see how hard this hits, given that it is ignoring some defense, even if it's not placing all of these debuffs. All right, then we got the A3. Attacks all enemies. This attack is always critical. All right, I'm going to stop right here and just say that I really hate when Plarium builds champions with abilities like this, and I'll tell you why. Cool that this attack is always critical, but for the love of God, why do you not build stuff like that into the rest of his kit? And a great example of this done the right way, when Plarium does it like the correct way to build a champion like that, is, where is she? I'm looking for is Queen Ava, right? Queen Ava, she's got a bonus 15% chance of inflicting a critical hit on every ability. Every single, why can't I click this? Every single ability has a bonus chance to critical hit. That's how you do it the correct way. This is how you do it the wrong way. Giving him one attack that's always critical is, I guess, better than nothing, but it defeats the entire purpose of how you're supposed to build champions. For the love of God, stop doing this. They did this with Ethos. They do this with other champions. Just give him a bonus crit chance, or make all of his attacks critical, which again would be super strong. So maybe they don't do that, but it floors me that they always build like one ability like this, which doesn't help you with the other ability. So just not smart. Anyway, if this attack kills an enemy, places an unkillable buff on this champion for 1 turn. Okay. This attack kills 2 or more enemies, places an unkillable buff on this champion for 2 turns instead. All right, that's super useful. That sounds good. Curious how hard it hits, but that doesn't sound that bad. Let's look at the passive. Heals this champion by 50% of their max HP at the start of their turn. All right. I mean, for nukers, this isn't the worst thing. It's also not the best thing, because he doesn't have any kind of damage mitigation like Rhodos does. So most of the time, nukers like this are going to be really easy to kill, which means that this might not come into play all that often. So on the whole, the A1 form, or the first form skill kit, sounds decent. It sounds all right. It doesn't sound great. Let's take a look at his second form. Now, the artwork for both forms is awesome. I think this dude looks super, super cool personally. All right, here's the second form, the A1. Attacks one enemy after attacking, transfers all debuffs from this champion to the target. If the target is under a hex debuff before the attack, transfers all debuffs from this champion to the target before attacking instead. All right, so we can already see he's going to be hex based. Now, the other thing that I want to mention, I should have mentioned this at the start, is I think one of the reasons why the Calamitus isn't well reviewed is because his two forms to do very, very different things. His first form is kind of set up to be more of an arena type attacker, whereas his second form is 100% hardcore for Hydra. This is another thing I hate that Plarium does. I really don't like when they make champions that are mediocre in multiple areas as opposed to being fantastic in one area. And a great example of this is Toshiro. Toshiro is really, really damn good in Hydra. I mean, he is really good. Would I bring him into Arena? Probably not. I don't think he's really a specialist there. But you know what? In Hydra, he absolutely cooks. There are lots of different champions that are phenomenal in Arena that can still be good in Hydra, but rarely do you see a champion that is built specifically for Hydra also be good in Arena. And I think this is what's hurting Calamitus, if I were to guess before we test him, because this mode, this second form, is 100% meant for Hydra, which you'll see in a second. All right, the A2, Final Testament, attacks all enemies before attacking and removes all debuffs from this champion. Never a bad thing. Damage increases by 10% for each debuff on each target. Will ignore 20% of each target's defense if they are under a hex debuff. Damn, that sounds like it's going to absolutely smack. Ignoring defense under hex and increasing by 10% damage for each debuff on each target. Holy smokes, that sounds like it's going to absolutely nuke. Then we got the A3, attacks all enemies. So we got two AoEs here, which is great. Before attacking, places a hex debuff and a decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Will ignore life barrier, poison cloud, and ally protection buffs. So again, this dude should be destroying Hydra. How the hell is his Hydra review this bad? I really want to know, because when you read that type of stuff, you're like, oh, this guy should be absolutely disgusting in Hydra. And then we've got the passive, fully heals this champion every time they kill an enemy under a hex debuff. Also increases his champion's attack by 10% for each enemy under a hex debuff. I mean, good God, if you're throwing hex out there, this dude should nuke. This dude should nuke. So why is he so bad? We're going to find out. I haven't tested him. I've never even brought him in. I've literally not done a single thing, so I have no clue what to expect. Let's take a look at his masteries here. Kind of standard stuff for the nukers. As you can see, we've got Helm Smasher here because I want to take him into Arena. This also works in Hydra, so totally fine instead of something like War Master. Also got Cycle of Violence, so he knows potentially getting those skills back. We got Whirlwind of Death, so he goes a little bit faster. And then your standard kind of counterattack stuff. Counterattack, very useful for him in that first form because of that A1, the ability, if you kill someone, you get an extra turn potentially. That wouldn't really necessarily matter with counterattacking, but I don't know. Actually, forget what I just said. Counterattacking doesn't help him at all, except the fact that that A1 heals. Yes, it does. It does help him. I knew it did. We'll just double check this before I go crazy. Yes, his A1 in the first form does heal him. So yes, counterattacking does help him. That's why I built him this way. It's late, guys. It's freaking 1:30 in the morning when I'm recording this video, so you'll have to forgive me. All right, let's take a look at the stuff that I've got on him gear-wise. And we're going to have 2 builds for this champion. We're going to have the arena-specific build, which is this first one, aka max damage. And then we're going to have a merciless build to try to compare him to Toshiro to see just how bad he supposedly is. So this is the arena build. We're rocking a Savage and Killstroke here. Triple crit damage, crit rate, speed. You can see pretty solid gear we've got on him here. Definitely some of the better stuff. I love using Killstroke just to get that additional speed and crit damage. This is all optimizer done, by the way. So thank you, Hell Hades optimizer, per usual. Look at that, triple attack, speed, and attack. Oh, baby, all the attack. He is an attack-based champion. Crit damage, and then another triple attack. So what does it all add up to in this first form? Oh, yes, 9,357 attack with 375% crit damage. Not bad, my friends. 223 speed, so he's not built super fast right now. Probably would want to build him a little bit faster, but we want to see like how hard he actually nukes. And then not bad survivability for an attack-based champion. Not great, 52k HP and 3,400 defense isn't anything to write home about, but it's better than you might see on someone like Georgid, etc. So again, function of the fact that his speed is so low. So let's take him in and let's see what he does in a little dragon test, aka the usual. Let's pop in here, see what our boy can do. I am really curious. I'm really curious because his reviews are so bad. So I'm just wondering, where does it all go wrong? Where does it all go wrong? You know what I mean? Like, how is this dude this bad? I really want to know. All right. Calamitus, there he is. And we'll put Lydia in there. I think she's fast enough now. Fantastic. So as always, super basic kind of test just to get a really good idea of what his damage would do in a normal situation. No Gerp Tuck, no crazy stuff. You're just never going to see it typically unless, well, maybe for Hydra, but if you're building like a Trunda team. Okay. Increase attack is up. Decrease defense and weaken is up. Let's start with the A2. Let's start with the single hitter A2. This is a 4-hitter, or not single hitter, single target 4-hitter A2. No bonus damage for anything here, so let's just see what it does. 1, 2, okay, hey, 1, 2, 35, so that would hit about maybe 400K. Not bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for a single hitter. 400,000 plus. That's really good. That's not tippy tip top tier, but that's not bad at all. Okay. Let's see what the AoE is. Always critical, and if he kills people, he gets an unkillable buff. All right, let's see here. 370, 287, 370, 287. Okay, that's not super great. That's definitely on the lower end of stuff for sure. That's definitely not the best. Let's try that AoE one more time. 370 is not like top tier. It's not horrific, but it's not great. All right, let's try the AoE first this time. Let's see what the AoE does again. 302. Yeah, that's for those kind of stats, that's pretty low, honestly. That's pretty low. Yeah, I see it now. Okay. The multipliers have got to be pretty bad on that AoE to hit like that with decreased defense and with weaken. Let's try again. Let's do a little 4-hitter again. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was no increased attack up. Okay, I was like, holy smokes, that was really bad. Why was that so bad? Okay, so AoE seems pretty weak, not super strong. The A2 4-hitter didn't seem bad on that first one. Like, hitting over 400 is really solid. It's not the best ever, but it's not bad. Let's try again in the second form. Now, this is a little bit tough because so much of this is based on how many debuffs you have up and stuff like that. But let's just try his second form here. See what his second form does, just for a base comparison. All right, switch him over. All right, let's start with his hex debuff, decrease defense, ignore this. Yeah, let's start with this. I don't know if we have enough accuracy to place this hex debuff, honestly, but let's check it out. 480, 461. So that hit a lot harder, actually. Funny enough. That hit way harder. Hold on. Let's get a hex champion in here, too. Who can I put in here that has hex that I have built that's not going to kill everything? Maybe Michinaki? Maybe. I think Michinaki won't kill everything. Let's try Michinaki. All right, let's go back in here. Let's try again that second form. So far, I mean, like, not... It's definitely better than I thought. I don't know. Am I crazy? Doesn't seem that bad. I mean, the AoE in the first form definitely didn't seem great. All right, let's get the hex debuff here. We want hex. Please tell me this isn't going to kill everyone. No, it did not. Okay, awesome. Now, let's try the secondary form. And let's try that A2 that gets ignore defense with... So, damage increases by 10% for each debuff on each target. So, that's a 30% increase in damage for most of these guys, and ignoring 20% of each target's defense if they're under hex. So we're ignoring defense on everybody. I also will say I have him fully booked. So I have actually fully booked this dude, which is such a pain in the ass to book these mythical champions, but I've done it. So, all right, let's see what he does here. This is a single hitter, right? Yes, single hitter. Dude, 700K? How does this guy have such bad reviews? That's really damn good for an AoE. I mean, yes, it requires lots of setup and it requires debuffs, but you would think in Hydra that would do well. Okay, let's take him into Arena, and then I can't wait to run this guy in Hydra. Now I'm really curious. 700K is good. I mean, maybe it's not Toshiro good, but it's definitely better than a 3.5 rating in a Hydra. Intriguing. Okay, we are in Platinum Arena, guys. This should be interesting. We are on reset night. We are in 350, we can't see it now, but 354th place, so not super high in Platinum Arena, but we are on reset night, which means the defenses are going to be brutal. So this should be really interesting to see what he does. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll throw Shuzen in there. We'll throw Shuzen. He doesn't have anything to protect him. I feel like I have to go kind of Necrotic because I do not have protection otherwise. Go Yumiko and we'll go Calamitus. This should work. We can always switch over to Warlord if we need additional time. Where is, why? Oh, you know what? I was like champion tags. I'm like, where is this dude? Because he's not in my champion tags. All right, here we go. All right, I think this works. Let's try this. Let's see. My Shuzen is not super fast in the moment. So hopefully, oh, nope. Like, nope, we're already getting outsped. Okay. But, oh, and he just had his stuff cooled down. Oh, and there's Galathir. Okay, but Galathir didn't manage to lock everybody. Awesome. We'll take that. All right. Block his active skills. Okay, he left the A1 here. Now, he's the wrong affinity for Armands, but we kind of got to drill Armands. So let's just drill Armands here. Let's see what he does in the arena. Drilling Armands. He's getting weak hit every... God. Come on, bro. 4-hitter weak hit, dude. Are you kidding me? Oh, get the hell out of here with that, dude. That is so bull. 4 hits all week. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, come on, bro. Oh, that is just makes me sick to my stomach. Can I even get another turn with him? Nope. Jesus Christ. That's incredible. Wow. You love to see it, guys. Probably should not pick Armand's teams, basically, at this point. Well, that was a fun start to this. I mean, he's not built super fast. We've already fallen out of plat, which is hysterical. Hold on. Oh, no, I'm picking that again. Screw it. We're going back in. We're going back in. God, Galathir and Armands, dude. These two champions have just absolutely ruined Arena. It's just incredible how overpowered these champions are. Okay, he got cooldown increased again. Does he get a block active skill this time? Yes, fantastic. He gets the blocked active skills, so now he's completely useless. All right, A1's not hitting too bad, though. Take the A1. Probably should have protected him there, but I wanted to kill the Galathir. And man, oh man, oh man, guys. Man, oh man, oh man. Hey, he became a sheep. There we go. Sheep doing sheep things. Hate that this is where we're at, but that's where we're at. And okay, so he can kill and heal himself, right? Okay. Got an extra turn because he killed. So this is actually kind of cool. So let's see here. He's not going to be able to kill the Taurus here, but he might be able to kill the Sifi and get an unkillable buff on him. So let's see if we can do it. No, not even close. Yikes. Rough start, my friends. Rough start. Anybody else in here we can attack? Yeah, we can try a Harima team. These aren't, by the way, these aren't super strong accounts. So definitely feeling the pain. Now, to be fair, the affinity matchup there wasn't great versus Armands. And Armands and Galathir together are really, really tough to deal with. Especially when you're not fast enough because they're getting up the, whatchamacallit, I'm gonna roll here. Yeah, let's try him against Harima. Let's try it like, let's roll this through here with the 4-hitter. This should be interesting. All right, so you got to decrease defense up there, so you still did a lot more damage there. Again, really risky with that because you just don't want to get polymorphed. And that's a major concern in today's day and age. Polymorph everywhere. Really, really, you know, the problem with Spirit Affinity too is there's so many magic nukers that are still solid. And so you end up in these positions where you're kind of having to just pray that you don't weak hit. He did get the kill there on Elva, so we'll take that. And again, he's got 9,300, 9,400 attack. That's a ton of attack. Ton of attack. So you want to see him just like blow through stuff. So far, nothing he's done is that impressive. Like his kit, I could definitely see for Arena why people would not want to use him. I don't think his kit is super good for Arena compared to some of the other options that are out there. His damage like isn't incredible in terms of that first form. It's not like God tier, and there's nothing that he does that's so good that really gets you hyped. I think honestly, if anything, his A1 is one of his better things, the ability to kill someone and get another turn, and then maybe getting the unkillable. Yeah, see, like that's an example right there. He just hit the 4-hitter there. Now he didn't have increased attack, but we weren't even able to take down the UDK. You know, whereas someone like a Georgia, of course, could blast through that. Tough, right? Tough. Let's refresh the list. This isn't technically plat. Okay, there's definitely plat teams in here, though. So we don't really have to worry about that. All right. Massive, massive power level here. I don't think we'd be fast enough. I think we get shut out by the Crixia. Could throw my Crixia in there. Yeah, why not? Let's try this. Let's throw Crixia in there, though, instead. And it's like testing on a reset night is always rough. The defenses are just way harder. But frankly, it gives you a better idea, right? Like, what is someone going to do? Okay, we actually might just get nuked here if we're not fast enough. And he's not going to be fast enough for sure. Oh, nice. Okay, sick. He was fast enough. Awesome. All right. Hey, you got the kill. Let's go. Sick. Ton of stone skin. I'm just going to hold off for the moment. Let's reset. All right. He's got his ability back. Let's see what he does against stars. I mean, you know, it's something. It's better than nothing. Tar's obviously very tough to kill, so we can't get too upset there. Definitely, he is not, quote unquote, the meta. We can tell that for sure. All right, we could blast them all and get an unkillable. Yeah, it didn't kill the Marichka there. Would have loved to have seen him kill the Marichka off that. We can go ahead and kill Marichka now. Taurus comes back. We're going to reset with the Crixie, I would imagine. Oh, nope. We'll just lock him out again. All right. Can we kill the Taurus? Yes, we did get the Taurus killed. Granted, not much health left. He's just not, you know, just using him right now, I just don't think he's a good damage dealer for Arena. That's kind of my takeaway here. That's what I'm feeling. There's nothing that's making me go like, wow, yes, this is the dude. Like, I see why he has the reviews that he has. Because again, with these kind of stats, you want to see someone get blown up. You know what I mean? You want to see someone get absolutely deleted. So definitely not feeling the Arena vibes at all. I am really curious though about Hydra, because that test that we just did in Dragon makes me think that he is better for Hydra than people have said. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough for me to think otherwise when you're putting up 700k damage, which isn't bad at all for an AoE. Now, granted, again, needs a lot of setup, but not bad. All right, we're back in Platinum. Let's do one more defense. That was a Taurus Marichka. So you can win these fights, just super slow, right? Super slow. What is something that would make sense for him to hit? Like, what is something where he's going to do exceptionally well? Harima, yeah, but Armand's is just such a Such a buzzkill. Let's refresh again. Here we go. There's tons. I mean, there is an Armands here, but there's also tons of the right affinity. Let's see how that works. I think I have to be careful. Oh, he's okay. Polymorph, we're good. Fun times. Didn't lose his ability. You love to see it. All right, let's blast. Now we got Harima reducing stuff. Let's just blast the AoE. Couldn't kill the Armands. Through the Harima though, so we, you know, there's some understandability there. Did solid damage. Didn't do great damage, but did solid damage. Let's blast again. All right. We got there. That wasn't bad. That was all right. I'll take that. What's the strength of the account? 23. Okay. Okay. I mean, look. Would you want to use this guy in Arena? No, I don't think you would. I think there are a lot better options out there. This guy, Marius, a lot better. There are a lot better options you could roll with. Is he the worst Arena thing I've ever seen? No, definitely not. Is he particularly good? No, not particularly. It's just, I think it's one of those things, and I'm going to do a whole video about this. Like, the problem that you have nowadays is you've got these mythicals like Crixia, Galathier, you know what I mean? That are just, you know, they're god tier, right? They're just in a completely different class. And then you have people like Calamitus, who's really not that special, at least so far that we've seen. Now we'll test him in the Hydra and we'll see what he does there. That was nice though. Got a nice kill there. Of course, she's back alive. Son of a, God, I hate that. Killed everybody there. Nice. Let's try killing the Ancora. This isn't the strong team by any stretch of the imagination. I just wanted to check it out. I was just curious. Marius doing Marius things, taking away all my buffs. Marius is such a good champion. I can't wait till I have him. Extra turn, that's nice. I do like that extra turn. Okay. All right. For arena purposes, he's just okay. He is not the worst thing I've ever seen. He's definitely not the best. I think he's middle of the road. Which again, for mythical champions is a real bummer. Like, you really want these champions to be good because there are several just incredible mythicals. And when you pull someone like this, you're going to be bummed. Let's see what he does in Hydra though. Now I am really curious because I think this could be a much better use case for him. So we're going to run him in my normal, brutal Hydra team. So we're not going to put him in Nightmare. And the reason for that is I have a team built specifically for brutal that puts up over 1 billion points every week. And that has, what's his face? Oh God, the heck is his name? Toshiro. And just so you have comparison, this is the Toshiro build, right? That I've been using. So Toshiro gets damage from both attack and HP, but definitely lower attack, crit damage, speed. This just gives you an idea of what the comp is. Now I'm going to put Calamitus into a Merciless build specifically for this. So I'm actually going to put him into Merciless just for this comparison because I want it to be as fair as possible because I have a general idea of what Toshiro does when I do Hydra. And again, I put up over about like 1.1, 1.2 billion, 1.3 billion with Toshiro in this team. So nothing incredible compared to some of the really nasty teams that are out there, but not bad at all for brutal Hydra. All right. I've already prepped it. I love this system, by the way. What a game changer. We are in Merciless here. So now we have switched over to Merciless. This is a 6-piece Merciless build. Let's look at the stats here quickly. 54k HP. He doesn't get damage off of HP, so this doesn't help him at all. 8k attack, so a lot higher attack. 219 speed, very similar speed. 340 crit damage, a little bit higher crit damage than the Toshiro. I'm really curious to see what he does in this team. And again, this is the exact team that I use Toshiro in. I'm just going to substitute Calamitus and see how he does. So this team that I use, it is this right here. Michinaki, Lady Mikage, Garal, Toshiro, Grazer, and Sifi. Could definitely improve some aspects of this, but it's all about gear. We're going to take Toshiro out. We're going to put Calamitus in. Everything I think should be, yes, we've got it all fixed. Garal is the real star here. Michinaki. So we'll make sure to start with the hexes for Michinaki. We want to switch. We want an opener. Just go right into that. And then we do not want him to switch forms. We never want him to go back. We always want him. So, you know, I'll just put this as first choice. That way he always uses it. We'll start this off again. All right, let's do, we are in Brutal Hydra. Are we in Brutal? Just make sure. Excuse me, guys. All right. Brutal Hydra. I'm going to let this run. Let's see what he does. I'm really curious. Really curious. How do I auto this typically? Do I just go ally attack? I think I do. We'll go ally attack and we'll attack this right here. Perfect. Oh, maybe I don't go because of this, actually. Maybe I can't remember how I have this set up. Okay. Okay, we got the hexes out there, so now he's going to switch forms. All right, and now we're just going to go ahead and just drop. Oh, man. Do I just open this? I don't have any other debuffs up. Screw it. Let's just open this. Let's just roll it. This is what I normally do. I just let it roll. That's what I'm going to let it do. I'm going to let it roll here. And we're going to see how he fits in, right? We're switching him out for Toshiro, who we know is a god tier Hydra beast. I'm sure this will be, I would imagine, a long run. So I'm really curious. Is he as bad as people say he is? Or is he better in Hydra than people realize? And again, he's in a merciless, 6-piece merciless set. He's in his Hydra form. He's got a Hex person out there, so he does have Michinaki throw out Hex. And again, this is a team that with Toshiro does 1.2 to 1.3 billion consistently every single week. It almost always over $1 billion guaranteed. So let's see what he does. All right, I'm curious. I'll be back in a bit. Fingers crossed. Well, we're back, and yeesh, that is not good. I don't know what happened because I haven't been able to watch the video, of course, since I'm recording this currently, but that is a solid 500 mil below what I normally do. That's really, really bad for this team. Hard to speculate what went wrong, right? Calamitus damage-wise, though, is coming in beneath Michinaki. You know, Garal's the superstar of this team, but you know, Toshiro does some nasty damage. Again, we're looking at for like 1.2, 1.3 billion. So something obviously went wrong. And I've run this team many times. It has never, ever scored that low. So yeah. Okay, quick update, guys. So I actually went back and tested Toshiro's damage versus Calamitus because I really wanted to see how bad it actually was. Just as a reminder, this was Calamitus's damage here. I actually also went back and rewatched the Hydra video, and I saw that he got taken out about turn 1200 in the Hydra video. Just, you know, got owned basically. Now his damage here was 160 million, right? But even if you say that he made it till the end, even if you say he made it to the turn limit and he added 20% damage on that, because 1500 is the turn limit, he got out at around turn 1200, so you give him a 20% damage boost as if he'd survived the entire time. He's still clocking in at 200 million, a little bit below 200 million damage in that build. Now, what do you think Toshiro did, right? What do you think Toshiro did? Try 400 million. Toshiro out-damaged Garal. That's how nasty Toshiro is versus Calamitus. Literally double the damage of this champion. Oh boy, Calamitus is dog shit. That is incredible. Toshiro, incredible. Calamitus, absolutely awful. I'm so glad I went back and looked. And just like I said, it came in right around 1.2 billion damage. So, wow, Calamitus needs a buff for sure. Now we know definitively. Anyway, just wanted to interject. I think I'm going to have to go with, yeah, he's bad. He's bad. Because he's supposed to be a Hydra specialist, and pumping him into that team, he's got the Hex to set him up. You would think it would be enough. I mean, maybe you have to have a team specifically more built around him, I guess. That's the only other thing I could think of is like maybe if I put a team that had more debuffs, you know, that might be the only other way to really boost his damage, because again, he gets 10% for each debuff. So maybe he would have done better if I put him in a different team with more debuffs. That team doesn't necessarily have a ton of debuffs on it. Let me take another look. What do we got in that team? We got Hex, decreased defense, decreased attack, HP burn. Actually, there are a lot of debuffs there. Okay, Calamitus sucks. Calamitus is terrible. Okay, now I know. All right, I feel confident in saying he's bad. I'm going to watch the video afterwards just to see myself, but he's not good in Arena. He's definitely not as good as other champions in Hydra. What the heck is his point? What the heck is his point? So another mythical to add to the list of mythicals that need legitimate buffs. Calamitus, you are one. So if you pull him, you know, I feel bad for you. But then again, I've pulled, what, 3 of this dude? Yes, I pulled 3 of this dude, 2 of the cock, and 5 Mesomels. So when it comes to bad luck, oh, and also 3 Aphidus. Some of the worst of the worst. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you on one soon. Have a wonderful day. If you like the video, like it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider doing that. And otherwise, we'll see you soon. Big Papa Drock, out!